Hello. Welcome back to another episode of Shit's Hard. I'm your host, Amber, and today we're talking about self-care. I don't know if that's the right title for this episode, but I'm starting to get a little bit like, was it a good idea to name every episode Something is Hard? Because sometimes I don't know what to call them, but that's okay. Just brief overview of what we're talking about today. We're going to go through skincare, especially since moving to LA. And going through the freaking dry skin situation. We're going to talk about investing in expensive products and how that's related to self-care. Is it worth it? Is it not? Is it self-care? And then little life update. I am taking my ACE Certified Personal Trainer exam today. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm feeling good about it. I'm feeling like I will pass. I don't know if I'll pass with flying colors. But we'll see. So wish me luck. I wasn't sure if I wanted to say that on here. In case that I failed, then, people would know that I failed, or then I would have to say that I failed. But accountability, okay? So I'll be back next week, and you'll have to wait till then to hear if I passed or not. So we'll see. And then, we're talking about still figuring out what to do with my life and how that isn't happening very quickly, but let's get into it. Welcome to the club. I'm super excited. CASSIE comes tomorrow. And I'm so excited, but I've been very distracted because I've been trying to study for this exam. And so I haven't even, thought about her coming. I mean, I have. I made a little list of things I want to do. And I'm so excited for her to come. I'm lit. But I just have been, it's like when I have one thing to focus on that's really important, I'm like, whatever, just focus on the test, get it done, then you get to enjoy other things. Hair has been annoying me for so long since I freaking got out here. It's literally January. I got out here in August. And my skin has been dry, but I've also been breaking out. But I also switched birth controls 3 times since I've been out here. For a good reason too. I wouldn't just do that if I didn't feel like it was the right move. But I can't remember if I've talked about this on here before, but I, as of this past year in 2022, figured out that I have a smaller blood clotting disorder, which is just I'm just more likely to get a blood clot than an average person. It doesn't really matter unless I were to have surgery or a pregnancy or something like that. But anyways, but there's things that you can do, especially if you know sooner than later, to mitigate it. So we kind of realized okay, the birth control that I'm on could cause blood clots. Birth control already can cause blood clots, by the way. I didn't know that when I went on it. So if you don't know that, now you know. But since I was more susceptible to that, I was all right, maybe we should switch it. So then I switched it to a different pill, and then it was okay, well, that one's not really great either. It's just better than the other one. So then it's you could switch to this one, and it's the lowest possible risk. So that's what I did, because I figured I should start prioritizing my health and taking it seriously. But it has not been great for my skin, and it feels was that worth it? Literally, I was so frustrated last week. And I was I would rather have a blood clot than acne. And I don't mean that. I don't mean that at all, because that would not be fun. But acne just fucking sucks. It makes me so mad, and it just it's so annoying because literally if you want to get your skin under control, it will take you months because you have to try certain things. You have to stay consistent. You won't know if a product's working unless you use it for literally 1 month. And during that time, you have to keep all other things consistent. I mean, you don't have to, but if you don't, then if you do have a breakout or a rash, you don't really know what's causing it because you change too many things at once. So it's just I'm just getting fucking sick and tired of it, but whatever. We're doing it. We're in this for the long haul. This is probably the first time in my life I've really taken my skin seriously. I started to in college. I was bad in high school. My acne wasn't bad in high school, weirdly enough. It was worse when I got older, which annoys me because I feel it makes me look younger. A lot of people, when I say I just graduated, they'll be oh, high school or college? And I'll be okay. So I look 18 or 22. But there's no shame in the acne game. I'm not ashamed of it. Trying not to be. Trying to go through that positive mentality of it's nothing to be embarrassed about. But it embarrasses me, for sure. But whatever. We're doing a self-care journey. We're figuring out what works for me, what makes my skin happy. The thing that annoys me most about it is not only does it take forever, but also it's other things affect it. So like your skincare is not just what you're putting on your skin. It's also like your freaking diet, and it's also what you're eating. And then it's also like where you're at. Like I said, in Ohio, things were a lot different for my skin than in California because it's way drier here. And there's way more humidity in the air, which I feel like was better in Ohio. But anyways, God, I hate self-care. I mean, I don't hate it, but I've been trying Panoxyl lately, which is it's like a benzoyl peroxide wash that's supposed to be good for like hormonal. I feel like since I've switched birth controls, I'm having like hormonal acne. Like I'm pretty sure it's not diet. I'm pretty sure it's like that. So that's what I've been trying lately, and I've been using like a ton of hydrating products with it because I want to make sure like it's a very drying product, and so I want to make sure that if it is going to be clearing my acne, hopefully it will also keep from drying it out if I can use a bunch of other hydrating products. But shit's expensive. One thing I do want to mention is, okay, so like obviously I've mentioned like what products are good, what's a waste of money, like, you know, like, is it an investment in skincare? Like, is that worth it? Or, you know, and this is all, like, obviously individualized to each person. But I wanted to mention this on the podcast because I feel like not everyone has heard of it, but I feel like I've known about it for a while from TikTok. But there's this app called Yuka, just Yuka, and it's like a little carrot. And this is not sponsored, like, at all, like, literally. But I love this app, like, because the only thing that sucks is, like, it's the free version. You have to, like, scan the barcode of whatever you want to look at. You can pay for it monthly, though, and then you can, like, search. But, like, you can't just search products in it, which is kind of annoying. But when I go to the grocery store, I get out my phone, I use this app, and I scan, like, you can scan the barcode of a product, and it'll basically, like, it'll give it, like, a rating out of 100 of, like, how good this product is. And it's not, I don't think it's just good for your skin. It might also be, like, good for the environment, but I can't remember. So, like, honestly, I'm gonna bring it up right now. I'm gonna bring it up and read some shit to you, because honestly, it is wild. I would really love to hear from, like, a dermatologist or something, or just, like, a health professional, and hear, like, what they have to say about the app, because it does food, skincare, and hair care. And I'm just gonna go over some things that I have, like, scanned on here. So, like this is literally me standing in the aisle at Walmart, and I've scanned, like, Cetaphil Daily Facial Cleanser. This is not the gentle one. This is just the original Daily Facial Cleanser. It's rated an 86 out of 100 on Yuka. And then it'll list the ingredients, and then it'll has, like, a little color by the ingredient, and it'll be, like, red, yellow, or, like, green. And then it'll list, like, how dangerous this chemical is. And then if you click I for information, it'll give you the details. So, like, Daily Cetaphil Cleanser has, it has, like, a low risk of disodium lauryl sulfosinate, or whatever the fuck that is. I don't know how to pronounce that. But if you click it, it'll give you the details, and it'll say, like, this compound is generally used in cleansing bases of shampoos and shower gels, blah, blah, blah. And then it'll say, like, what's the risk in it. And this one kind of says, this one causes considerable pollution. The potential residue from this process remains in the environment where they can be ingested by other organisms. So that's a low risk, though, so it's not, like, high. But, like, I just scan every single thing in the grocery store. And so, like, the Hero Force Shield Super Light Sunscreen is what I've been using for a while. It's $22 for literally, like, let me look, 1.69 fluid ounces. So it's pretty fucking expensive, which is annoying, but it's just for your face, so you don't use, like, a ton of it every day. But it's 100% on Yuka, meaning no chemicals in this product. And it lists all these products. Like, I'm scrolling right now. It lists every single ingredient in it, and there's literally no risks. Like, there's no nanoparticles, whatever. And honestly, if you start seeing sunscreen, you're gonna be shocked. There's, like, no good sunscreens on there. Like, every sunscreen is bad for you. Or, like, deodorant, or, like, I'm just listing off things that I've scanned. Face masks, shampoos, shave gel, shave cream. And then also, like I said earlier, it does food. So I was scanning cranberry juice, which obviously, like, no, like, fruit juice is really ever good for you, I feel like, because a lot of the ones in the grocery stores are, like, packed with sugar. My favorite ocean spray crayon is the crayon apple, and it's so good. It's literally a 30 out of 100 on Yuka. It says it has too many calories, too much sugar, And then it also lists recommendations of like a swap. So it says like the Honest Kids fruit beverage that's organic apple juice is better. It's a 60 out of 100. Or the Suja immunity defense shots, which that's not like a swap because it's completely different. It's like immunity shot. Those also taste horrible, but I feel like they do wonders. But anyways, yeah, you should check out this app. Like I said, this is not sponsored, but I use this app for everything. And again, I would love to hear from like a healthcare professional to see if they think this app is actually useful, because I really do use it in the store. Like, I literally bought the Burt's Bees toothpaste because it's the only toothpaste at the store that tests excellent on Yuka. Literally, like, all the other toothpaste, like every single like Colgate, Crest, have like horrible ingredients in them. Or it's insane to go around like Ulta and scan things at Ulta because like shit like the like La Roche-Posay or something that's like $60 actually tests really bad and is horrible for you. So like, let me bring it up. Okay, so the La Roche-Posay, the gentle face cleanser, which I feel like is the one everyone likes, that one's excellent. It's good. It tests like 93 out of 100. However, their Tolerane Double for Pair Face Moisturizer was an 8 out of 100. Like, literally 8. And it has this chemical called like octocrylene, which is very hazardous. It's a chemical and UV filter, and it's allergenic, and it particularly causes sun allergies. It's also suspected an endocrine disruptor. I'm sorry, I'm saying everything wrong. But that's crazy because it's a moisturizer. And they're claiming that it's like for UV, like it's for like sunscreen. And the one thing in it says it's going to cause sun allergies. So crazy. So anyways, that is how I do my sunscreen. And that's how I filter out like what products are good, what's a waste of money, and actually see, because it is crazy. Like, expensive does not mean better. In a lot of cases, it does not mean better. And sometimes cheaper is better. Like, I use Cetaphil. It's literally like you get that huge ass fucking bottle and it's like a face cleanser. So you're not even using like a drop a day or like a tablespoon a day. And it's like, I don't know how much Cetaphil even is, but I feel like it's like $10 or $13. And it lasts a while, like a hot minute. Sorry, I didn't mean to just like suck my straw like that. It was so annoying. But you should totally try Yuka if you're struggling with like figuring out what products are good, what products are not. Obviously, this little app is not going to tell you what your specific face will react to, because if you have sensitive skin, like, you never know what chemicals that like could be better for the general public aren't good for you. But I feel like Yuka's pretty good about, like, I've never seen it list anything as 100 other than that Hero sunscreen. Like, never anything. Even if it's like a 93 out of 100, it'll say like, oh, this is like a potential allergen. It's low risk. It probably won't cause anything for you, but if you have very sensitive skin, it might. So like, I don't know. I feel like it's super, super helpful. And it helps me determine like, all right, what am I actually going to spend money on versus like, what can I just cheap out on? And that's how I developed my skincare routine, because I fucking hate spending money. I really do. But I am at the point where I'm like, I'm just done. My skin's pissing me off. I will spend whatever fucking money. I think I mentioned the other week, like, I've been using the Pharmacy Honey Halo moisturizer. It's like fucking $48 for that little thing. I'm almost out, and I've probably had it for like a month and a half. So I'm like, all right, $48 is expensive. $48 every month is a bit much, but like, I'm like, I don't know. Now I switched to this like acne wash that's going to be a little drying, so I want to have something that's really good. And the Honey Halo tests really good on Yuka too. I keep saying tastes. I don't fucking taste these products. Tests really good on Yuka, and it is very hydrating. I have really liked it since I've used it. So I don't know. Too much for me, but Yuka makes it easier, I will say. But yeah, that's my skincare troubles. My self-care troubles lately is like trying to prioritize myself, because originally I would always buy the cheapest. Like, I never even bought makeup from Sephora or Ulta until I got to college, and my college roommates were like, we only shop at Ulta. I was like, okay, because I did not know you how to do makeup anyways when I got to school. And I never spent money on that kind of stuff. So that was like a kind of an eye-opener for me. It was like, fuck, like, I like doing makeup. I do want to start like learning how to do makeup when I got to college, but it was like, it's an expensive hobby. It really is. It be costing money. So I don't really like that part of it. But yeah, that's what's up with self-care. Outside of that, like I said earlier, my studying has been my only focus this week. And so I have like, I missed like 3 workouts. Actually, I went to 2 last week and I didn't go on Friday. And I'm just like, I don't know. I get this way where I get really focused on something that's really important. And then I just like black out on everything else, put everything else to the side. Like anyone else I was supposed to text or keep up to, not supposed to text, but like I probably should check in with them. Like I'm just going to do it after Monday. And I'm not mad at myself for this because I think it's good. Like as long as I pass this test, it'll be worth it. But I just totally put everything else in the back burner. Like I haven't even been cooking very much this week. I've been having like these little frozen chicken bits that I got from Ralph's or Kroger or whatever the fuck. Which is fine. Like you do what you gotta do. Like you gotta take life as it is. But I really hope I pass and then I don't have to keep worrying about it. But also my fear is like, what if I pass, then what's next? Like, cause I don't know, I'm kind of in like the middle of like possibly like coaching classes, but then I'm also like, I don't know, do I want to try to go into personal training? So I don't know. I mean, you got to try it to see if you'll like it. I think classes could be fun and a little more lax because it's not as like intense. I think I would enjoy personal training more because I would enjoy like a very personal relationship with someone, and especially it would be very fulfilling for me, I think, to see someone's progress over time. But at the same time, I feel like there's a little more stress on that. And I feel like I don't know if I'm ready to be someone's personal trainer and like to have such a personal, like, I don't know. I feel like I'm not like there yet, I guess. So we'll see. I guess what I'm thinking about right now is what does this certification mean to me? Jesus Christ, why am I talking like that? What does this certification mean to me and how will it progress my career? As I've mentioned, I'm still figuring out what the fuck I'm doing with my life. And like, the certification's a step in the right direction. I was stewing on it for a long time. And that's how I knew it was the right choice for me, was because I thought about it for like months. And then I just didn't want to drop the money on it. And it's honestly a little bit expensive. And I wasn't sure if I was really going to like want that. But I thought about it for so long and I was like, all right, I'm still thinking about this like 3 months later. Like clearly this is something I'm interested in. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens next. Like, I'm definitely in that phase of, like, what do I do? But, yeah, the truth is I just have to try something and see if it works or see if I like it or see what I don't like and move on from there. But your 20s is a wild time. I think I want to get one of those books that everyone posts that's, like, struggling in your 20s, read this book. And I'm like, I could use a book right now. I could use a book on what the fuck I'm doing wrong. I mean, I'm not doing anything wrong, but, like, shit doesn't happen fast enough. I'm like a go-getter kind of person, but I just want shit to happen faster, and unfortunately life doesn't work that way. But I do want to read one of those books because everyone who's read one is like, this was an amazing book. Like, I recommend this to everyone. So maybe they're actually like worth it. I haven't read a book in a while either, though. I don't know. It's like, I honestly like reading. I've always, not always, but like every once in a while I go in and out of phases where I read books. Like I'll read like 4 books in like 4 months and then I won't read any for 6 months. But it's because I like reading. I just like, I get distracted and I kind of like I said, focus on other things and it kind of becomes like a last thought, a second thought. Especially when I, came out here and I wanted to prioritize myself and my career and see what's up. And then it was kind of like, yeah, like reading for fun wasn't at the top of my list because I have this go-getter attitude of like, if I'm doing something and it's not possibly progressing me forward, it's a waste of time, which is incorrect for sure. But I don't know, it feels like I need to spend my time so wisely and so meticulously and spread myself so thin. I need some water. I've been drinking coffee today. But I'm excited, I'm excited to get the certification and see what it means for me. I can't remember if I mentioned this last week, but like with that, with the influencer that I assist, we're kind of switching our schedule up and it's going to be like a little more consistent. And I'm excited for that too. I'm excited in general because I think previously, and even with her, but just in general, my schedule was just very like day to day, week to week, fucking hour to hour. Like nothing was planned ahead of time and everything was a little last minute. And I think it's hard to be productive during that. And so I'm excited to get on schedule routine with her, but also get on schedule routine with myself and hopefully stay consistent. Honestly, the only thing I've been able to do consistently is this podcast every Monday at 6, which is good. That's something to be proud of, though. Like, I am proud of that because, like, when I started it, I obviously was like, I was nervous to pick a day in which I would always post because I was anxious that I wouldn't be able to, like, hit that. I don't know. I just thought, like, will I be able to hit that certain day every week? Like, what if I don't? Like, I don't know. But when I started, I was like, you know what? If we're going to do one thing, we're going to post every Monday at 6, and we're going to stay consistent, and anything outside of that is whatever the fuck. So at least I've done that. I think what's difficult is, like, other things. Like once I upload, then it's like, oh, okay, now you need to post about it. Now you need to, like, think of something to post about. Like, kind of like your own marketing, which is difficult, but hey, we're starting in phases, all right? We got step 1 done. We're consistent. We got to grow from there. But I feel like the goal with that is, like, the scheduling and the organization and getting a set plan. I know I said last week that I was going to start doing that, but I didn't. I didn't do that. I've just been so focused on this exam, and, like, I was starting to get to the end of my studying, so I was like, you know what? And especially with Cassie coming, I was like, schedule it, get it done. Like, I knew I was going to be able to finish my chapters within time, and I was like, I don't want to waste time, like, scheduling it out, just because I was like, I want to, like, keep all this stuff fresh in my brain, and especially while I've been studying it, and just kind of get it fucking done. And I roughly, honestly, if I pass today, then this will have roughly taken me, like, 4 weeks, because I started, like, the first week of December. So hopefully that's the case. Hopefully I just fucking knocked it out quick as fuck. It was like a 16-week pro study program, and so hopefully I knocked it out in, like, 4, but I mean, we'll see. I tried to do, like, 1 chapter a day, and it's 16 chapters, which should roughly, like, a little more than 2 weeks, but it didn't always work out that way, but that's fine. I'll be happy if I get this one done now, but I'm excited to see what comes next. So shit we're working on this week is going to be passing that fucking exam, and if I don't, that's okay too. We'll take it next week. We'll study again. We'll knock it out. Also, a lot of people I know that have taken it said that they failed the first time. I don't know if that makes me feel better or worse, because for one, then it's like, okay, then if I fail, I don't have to be embarrassed. Like, whatever. Everyone failed. But then it's also like, I would not like to do this again. I would like to just pass today. So that's the shit we're working on. It's just knocking that shit out, getting it done, staying consistent, and on to the next one, let me tell you. But yeah, and then Cassie Comes Tomorrow, which is super freaking exciting. I think I wrote down a little list of, like, things I want to do. I'm excited. I haven't, like, made a ton of, like, plans. I don't think we're going to, like, go to Disney or anything crazy like that. But for food, I wrote down that I wanted to go to the Prince, which is in Koreatown. It's the place where New Girl was filmed. And I just thought that would be super cute and fun. And the food is so good. I already went, and it was so good. And then I think we want to go to this place called Clifton's Republic. This girl at work recommended it to me. She said it's like a buffet style, like, bar place where, like, they have food during the day and then, like, bar scene at night. But she said it's, like, themed, and there's, like, different rooms there, and the different rooms are, like, themed to, like, random shit, and sometimes they have food that matches the themes. Like she said, there's, like, an Oval Office room that has, like, food and stuff. So I was like, that sounds fun. Sounds like a fun vibe. And then also I wrote down for food at home, we're going to be doing a chicken bowl for Cassie. I don't know if she wants that, but she will. She will like it. Well, she likes Chipotle. And my chicken bowls are better than Chipotle, and she's going to find out. So that's one meal we're having. And then, dude, the other day, I wanted B-dubs really bad, and it was Thursday. So even more so, I was like, we should get B-dubs because it's BOGO wings. But I was like, you know what? No, we're not doing that. I'm not spending more money. And I knew when Cassie comes, I'm probably going to spend more money when she's here. So I was like, we're not doing that. I have chicken at home. And so I just, like, Googled it, kind of fucked around, like, tried to figure it out. And I made, like, literally, I would argue better than B-dubs chicken wings, like, here at home. So good. Like, and I made my own homemade ranch too. And I made homemade French fries. The only thing that I hate is, like, when you're, like, frying stuff, it uses so much fucking oil. Like, literally, like, half of the fucking bucket of oil. That's the only thing that I hate about making that kind of stuff. But I fried up some French fries. I did like the chicken and like some flour and like some seasonings that were like similar to the B-dubs ones. And then I just did like barbecue sauce, like a little bit of like paprika. I tried to like mix up stuff that would make it like honey barbecue. It's just like I use like regular Sweet Baby Ray's, but when I like tossed the chicken in that. And then ranch, oh my God, I didn't even know this. Someone at my work was telling me that they make homemade ranch. I was like, that's interesting. Like, I've never heard of that. And she was like, no, it's easy. It's literally like Greek non-fat yogurt, plain non-fat yogurt, and then just like lemon juice, some like dried dill or fresh dill, and like garlic powder. I was like, oh shit, like that sounds easy, whatever. So when I made these like B-dubs wings, I was like, all right, shit, like let's see if we can. Like this meal was so like I was not planning on making this. Luckily, I had everything to make it. And it was really good. Like I'm not even a big ranch person. I wouldn't really want Hidden Valley and none of that shit. But the homemade ranch was good. And along the same lines, I will say, like plain Greek non-fat yogurt is truly the number one item in my refrigerator. It is the most versatile. You can do anything with it. Like, and I just get a little tub. I just get like a regular sized tub. And if you want to have sweet yogurt, you just add some honey. You don't like honey, you can add some freaking agave syrup or whatever the fuck you like. You can add maple syrup. Some people do that. Throw in some strawberries and freaking granola, you're good. If you want something like you're making your homemade Chipotle bowls and you don't have any sour cream, throw on a scoop of that plain Greek non-fat yogurt. So versatile, you guys. And now I learned you can make ranch with it. So number one thing in my fridge, if you buy anything, buy Greek non-fat yogurt. Plain. You can do anything with it. It's the whole world. But for coffee, there's a few coffee places that I want to take Cassie to when she comes. She's a big coffee buff, so I'm excited to take her to some coffee places, but also I got an espresso machine. For Christmas, my parents got me the KitchenAid. I was so freaking excited. And so we're going to also make some freaking good coffee at home. That's what I did today. And then shopping, I was thinking we would maybe go to the Grove. That's a cute place to walk around and like eat at. We're not like both big shoppers, so I don't know how much time she'll want to spend shopping, but it is cold here, so it's not like we're gonna be chilling out at the beach, or the gallery, or maybe we'll do Rodeo Drive. But honestly, I don't really care much for Rodeo Drive, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm not gonna buy anything there, so it's like it's all right. Or Old Town Pasadena is kind of a cute place to just like walk around and eat food and that kind of thing. And then activities, I wrote down maybe we'd go to Venice Beach. I know I said we wouldn't go to the beach, but like we could walk around there, like eat food and just like see what's going on. It's been a little bit warmer here. Hopefully it stays a little warm for her, although it's been raining a fuckload. And I really hope it doesn't rain when she's here because that would kind of suck. But I was thinking maybe we'd go to Malibu too. And maybe go to that like Country Mart thing. I still can't get over that it's called Country Mart because like, why is it called that? But anyways, that's a really cute place to like walk around, eat food, and like chill. I have to mark that. I'm gonna do Malibu Country Mart. That's what we're gonna put down. And then also Corbin wants to go on a hike, and so does she. I am not a big hiker, but I suppose that we will go. Hikes are interesting here. I liked them better in the Midwest. I've been hiking in like Georgia and Ohio and stuff, and it's just like I like waterfalls and like cute stuff like that. And like the desert doesn't have that. Like we went hiking in Arizona once, Corbin and I, and it was just so dry and the sun's just beating down on you. It was like March. We were just in Arizona for a week. So we were coming from cold Ohio to frickin' Arizona. And I got a sunburn that like literally stained my skin. Like I was wearing a tank top and I had those lines on me till literally like probably the end of summer. Like even when summer came, I couldn't even them out. So I don't know. I think he wants to do like Runyon Canyon, which I haven't been there before, but he has. So it can be fun. It can be fun. And then I also just want to drive up this mountain in Pasadena. I don't know what it's called. I don't know. I probably could look it up, but it's just like so cute. And then like if you do it at night and you go up to the top, you can like there's this cute little overlook, and you can just see the whole city. And I don't know. It's just very, very cute. Like I really liked it. And there's nothing to do there or anything, but just like a nice little view. So that's what we're up to. Update you on my trip with Cassie when she's here tomorrow. So exciting. And then, yeah, other things I'm thinking about, like questions I'm asking myself this week is like, what am I doing now that'll progress my career? Like kind of where do I want to go from here? especially upon having this certification. Like, what does that mean for me? And then we're working on that balance, expensive skincare products and finances. And how do those things work together in harmony? Because they have to in some way. So you can go ahead, you can answer some of these questions if you want. Give me some feedback. You can answer, what are you doing right now that will progress your career? I have that question up, so let me know what you're up to. And then, do you use Yuka? I'm honestly just curious because I use it, and a lot of people that I know use it, but I just don't know if everyone else knows about it. But yeah, do you guys use Yuka for your skin, food, hair, any of that? Let me know. And then you can also rate this podcast if you want to. So go ahead, give me a rating. Let me know what you think. So thanks again for joining me. I'm your host, Amber, and I'll see you on the next one because this shit's hard.